Imagine waking up, not to alarms, not to notifications, but to the soft sound of water flowing endlessly beside your home. The air is warm, the sky is painted in deep orange and gold, and before you flows the Nile River, the same river that gave life to one of the greatest civilizations in human history. This is ancient Egypt. Not the Egypt of pyramids and pharaohs, but the Egypt of ordinary people, farmers, mothers, children, families who lived simple, quiet lives along the river. Tonight, you will step into their world, a world of calm routines, gentle mornings, and timeless silence. The first light over the Nile. Before the sun rises fully, the Nile is already alive. Its water moves slowly, reflecting the early light like liquid gold. Small boats drift quietly. Reeds along the river sway gently in the breeze. The land here is different. Beyond the river lies desert, dry, endless. But near the Nile, everything is alive. Green crops, palm trees, birds calling softly. Life exists because of this river, and everyone knows it. A small mud brick home. Near the riverbank stands a simple home made of mud bricks, flat roof, small openings instead of windows. Inside, a family sleeps, close together, on woven mats, the night air still warm around them. There are no beds as we know them, no furniture, only essentials, only what is needed. The mother awakens. She opens her eyes slowly. There is no rush, no urgency, just the quiet awareness that a new day has begun. She sits up gently, careful not to wake the children. Outside, the sky is growing brighter. Starting the morning fire. She moves to a small clay hearth, carefully arranging pieces of dried reeds and wood. A spark, a small flame. Then, slowly, warmth returns to the home. The fire crackles softly, the first sound of the day inside the house. Birds, signs of life. Outside, the world begins to wake. Birds call from the trees. Water laps softly against the shore. A distant voice echoes across the river. Not loud, not chaotic, just part of the rhythm of life. The children stir. The children begin to move. One turns in their sleep. Another opens their eyes slowly. Still quiet, still calm. There is no rush to wake. Morning comes gently here. A simple beginning. Food is simple. Bread made from grain, sometimes dates, sometimes water from the Nile stored carefully. There are no large meals, no variety like today, but there is enough, and that is what matters. The father prepares. The father rises, his body strong from years of working the land. He steps outside, looking at the river, observing the sky, because everything depends on nature. The Nile's flow, the sun's heat, the changing seasons. The importance of the Nile. The Nile is everything. It gives water. It gives fertile soil. It allows crops to grow. Without it, this land would be empty desert. Every family depends on it. Every life is shaped by it. The day begins. Soon, the family begins their day. The father prepares to go to the fields. The mother continues her work. The children stay close, learning, watching, growing into this life. A gentle reflection. As you imagine this moment, notice how calm everything feels. No noise,
No pressure, no endless distractions, just life moving slowly, naturally, peacefully. Let your mind stay here, beside the Nile, in the soft morning light, with the quiet rhythm of an ancient world.
The journey to the fields. As the sun rises higher, the golden light spreads across the river. The father begins his walk, barefoot on warm earth. The path runs alongside the Nile, soft mud underfoot, cool from the night. Each step is familiar, taken thousands of times before. The fertile land. Close to the river, the land is rich, dark soil, soft and full of life. This is where crops grow: wheat, barley, lentils, all fed by the Nile's yearly flood. Without this soil, there would be nothing. The gift of the flood. Each year, the Nile rises, slowly spilling over its banks, covering the land, leaving behind fertile mud. This flood is not feared, it is welcomed, because it brings life. Work begins gently. The father reaches the field. He sets down his tools, simple tools, wood, stone, rope. No machines, only hands and patience, planting the seeds. He presses seeds into the soil, carefully, slowly, each movement steady, repetitive, calm. This is not rushed work. It cannot be rushed, because nature decides the pace. The sun above. As time passes, the sun climbs higher. Its warmth grows stronger. The air becomes heavy, still, quiet. But the work continues, without complaint, without urgency. Birds move through the air, landing near the crops, watching, waiting. The sound of wings, soft and distant. Insects hum quietly. Everything feels alive. Boats on the Nile. Nearby, boats glide across the water. Long wooden boats, moved by oars or by wind in simple sails. They carry goods, grain, clay jars, sometimes people. The Nile is a road, a path that connects everything. Work of others. Not everyone farms. Some shape clay into pots. Others weave baskets. Some carry goods to nearby villages. Every person has a role. Every task supports life. Quiet cooperation. Workers are spread across the land, not crowded, not noisy. Each person focused on their own task, but still connected through shared purpose, through the rhythm of the day. A moment of rest. After hours of work, the father pauses, sits beneath a tree, the shade cool, the air softer. He drinks water, slowly, carefully. Every drop matters. Midday simplicity. He eats a small meal, bread, perhaps a few dates, simple food, but enough. There is no excess, only what is needed. Watching the sky. For a moment, he looks up. The sky is wide, clear, endless. Clouds move slowly. Time feels different here, slower, gentler. Work resumes. Soon, he returns to the field. There is always more to do, more seeds, more soil, more care, because survival depends on this. A quiet thought. As you imagine this life, notice the simplicity, the calm,
the steady rhythm of effort and rest. No chaos, no overwhelming noise, just purpose and time. The afternoon light. The sun begins to soften again. Shadows grow longer. The heat slowly fades. The day begins to move toward its end. Let your mind stay here, beside the Nile, in the quiet fields, with the gentle movement of water and wind.
Returning from the river. As the sun slowly begins to lower, the heat softens. The air becomes easier to breathe. The father walks back from the fields, his steps slower now, the long day behind him. The river beside him still flowing, unchanged, calm as always. The home in evening light. The small mud brick home appears again, bathed in soft golden light. Shadows stretch across the ground. The doorway open, a quiet invitation to rest. Inside, the family waits. The mother's work continues. Her day has been just as full. She has ground grain into flour using a stone tool. Slow, circular movements, repetitive, calm, almost meditative. Making bread. She mixes the flour with water, forms simple dough, shapes it with her hands, then places it on a flat surface near the fire. The smell of bread fills the room, warm, comforting, familiar. Water and storage. Clay pots line the wall, holding water from the Nile. Grain, oil, everything is stored carefully. Nothing is wasted, because every resource matters. The children learn by watching. The children sit nearby, quiet, observing. There are no schools like today. Learning happens here, at home, by watching, by doing, by living. Small daily tasks. The mother repairs clothing, simple fabric, hand-stitched, carefully maintained. Nothing is thrown away. Everything is reused. Life is built on preservation. The fire at the center. The fire burns steadily, giving warmth, light, life. It is the heart of the home. Everything happens around it: cooking, talking, resting, living. The father enters quietly, dust on his feet, sunlight still on his skin. He sits, slowly, letting his body rest. No words are needed. The day is understood. The evening meal. The family gathers. Bread is shared. Simple food, eaten slowly, together. No distractions, no noise, just presence. The light softens. As the sun disappears, the light fades. The fire glows brighter in contrast. A small candle may be lit. The room becomes quieter, more peaceful. Outside the home. Outside, the sky turns deep blue. Stars begin to appear. The Nile reflects their light, still flowing, always moving, yet always calm. Gentle conversation. The family speaks softly, small conversations, simple words, nothing loud, nothing urgent, just connection. The children begin to yawn. Their eyes grow heavy. One leans against the mother, the other rests quietly. Sleep comes naturally here. A moment of stillness. There is a pause, a quiet moment where nothing happens, no movement, no sound, just stillness. Reflection. As you imagine this home, notice the warmth, the calm, the simplicity, a life without excess, without rush, without noise. Let your mind rest here, inside this quiet home, with the soft glow of firelight and the peaceful presence of family. The world grows quiet.
The sun has now disappeared completely. The last light fades from the sky, and the world becomes soft, dark, and still. The Nile continues to flow, but even its sound feels quieter now, as if the night itself has slowed everything down. Above the land, the sky stretches wide and endless, filled with stars, bright, clear, untouched by artificial light. The same stars that ancient Egyptians once looked upon thousands of years ago, still shining, still watching. Inside the home, the fire burns low, no longer strong, just gentle embers, a soft glow, enough to keep warmth through the night. The air cools slowly, but never becomes cold. The family at rest. The children are asleep, their breathing slow, calm, even. The mother lies beside them, eyes closed, her body finally still after a long day. The father rests nearby, silent, at peace. The night air. A soft breeze moves through the village, carrying the scent of water and earth. It passes gently through the small openings of the home, barely noticeable, but present. Far away, an animal moves, a quiet step, a faint sound, then silence again. Nothing interrupts the calm, nothing disturbs the night. Time without meaning. There are no clocks here, no ticking seconds, no awareness of hours passing. Time becomes something soft, something quiet. It simply moves without being noticed. The eternal Nile. The Nile continues its journey, flowing as it always has, through day and night, through centuries, through generations. It does not rush, it does not stop, it simply flows. Deep sleep. Sleep comes easily in this world. No bright lights, no noise, no distractions, only darkness, warmth, and quiet. The body rests naturally, the mind slows gently. A world without noise. Imagine living like this. No constant thoughts, no endless information, no pressure, just being, just existing in the moment. Final calm thought. As you rest in this quiet night, notice the stillness, the softness, the gentle rhythm of life slowing down. Nothing is required, nothing is expected, only rest. Let yourself drift. The fire fades further, the night deepens, the stars remain, and everything becomes softer, slower, quieter. Let your breathing slow now. Let your thoughts fade gently. Let your body relax completely. You are beside the Nile, in a quiet, ancient home. The world is still, the night is peaceful, and there is nothing left to do but sleep. End of story.
Another one history. A Quiet Night in Ancient Rome. Part 1. The City That Never Slept. Slowly. A different kind of Rome. When you think of ancient Rome, you imagine noise, crowds, soldiers marching, markets shouting. But there is another Rome, a quieter Rome, a Rome that exists when the sun goes down and the city finally breathes. Tonight, you will walk through that Rome, not as a general, not as a ruler, but as an ordinary person, a family living quietly inside the greatest empire the world had ever seen. The city at dusk. The sun is setting over Rome. Golden light touches stone buildings. Long shadows stretch across narrow streets. The heat of the day slowly fades,
and something changes. The noise softens, the energy slows. Rome begins to calm. The streets begin to empty. The busy streets that were once full are now quieter. Shops begin to close. Wooden doors creak shut. Vendors pack their goods. The smell of bread, wine, and oil lingers in the air. The last movement of the day. A cart rolls slowly down the street. Its wooden wheels echo softly. A man walks beside it, tired, silent. There is no rush now. The day is ending. Inside a Roman home. Away from the main streets, inside a narrow alley, stands a small Roman home. Not a palace, not grand, but lived in, real, simple. Inside, a family prepares for the night. The mother at work. The mother moves quietly, lighting a small oil lamp. The flame flickers gently, casting soft golden light across the room. She prepares the evening meal, simple food, bread, olives, perhaps a small portion of cooked vegetables. The children settle. The children sit close, watching, listening. They are calm, tired from the day. There are no toys as we know them, no distractions, only presence. The father returns. The door opens softly. The father steps inside, dust from the street still on his sandals. He nods, sits. The day has been long, but now it is over. A quiet meal. The family gathers, eating slowly, together. No loud conversation, no urgency, just shared silence and simple connection. The light of the lamp. The oil lamp burns gently, its flame small but steady. The shadows on the walls move slowly. The room feels calm, warm, safe. World outside changes. Outside, Rome continues, but differently. The loud chaos is gone. Now there are only distant footsteps, soft voices, and silence between them. A different kind of city. This is Rome at night. Not powerful, not loud, but peaceful, human, still. Reflection. As you imagine this moment, notice the calm, the stillness, the quiet life hidden inside a powerful empire. Let your mind stay here, in a small Roman home, with soft lamplight and the quiet end of a long day.
Part 2. The Silent Streets. Night has fully arrived. The sky above Rome is deep blue, slowly turning black. Stars begin to appear, soft, distant, and for the first time all day, the city breathes quietly. The main roads are no longer crowded. The noise has faded. Only a few figures remain, walking slowly, heading home. Their footsteps echo softly on stone. Along the streets, small oil lamps glow, placed outside homes, near doorways. Their light is weak, but warm. They do not brighten the city, they simply guide the way. A quiet walk through Rome. Imagine walking through these streets. No engines, no noise, only your footsteps, and the soft sound of wind moving through narrow alleys. Everything feels slower, more peaceful. In the distance, a Roman guard walks, holding a torch. Its flame flickers in the dark. He moves slowly, watching, protecting. But even his presence feels calm. There is no urgency. The air is cooler now after the long heat of the day.
A gentle breeze passes through the city, carrying the scent of stone, oil, and distant food. Small movements in the dark. A cat moves silently along a wall. Quick, light, almost invisible. It disappears into shadow. Life continues, even in stillness. Somewhere nearby, water flows from a public fountain, a quiet, steady sound, almost like a whisper, constant, soothing. Looking up, if you stop and look up, you see the sky, clear, wide, filled with stars, the same stars that people in Rome saw thousands of years ago, unchanged. Homes filled with quiet. Behind every door, families rest, eating, talking softly, or already asleep. Each home, its own small world, hidden from the outside. Shadows and light. The city is full of shadows, soft, moving, not frightening, just part of the night. Light and darkness exist together, calmly. The feeling of safety. Despite the darkness, there is a sense of calm, of stillness. The city is no longer overwhelming. It feels human, gentle. Time slows. There are no clocks, no urgency. Time feels different at night. It stretches, softens, almost disappears. Reflection. As you walk through this quiet Rome, notice how different it feels. Not powerful, not loud, just peaceful, just still. Let your mind drift here, walking slowly through ancient streets under a quiet sky with nothing to rush toward.
Part 3. Inside the Roman home. Returning to the quiet home. Leaving the silent streets behind, you step back inside the small Roman home. The outside world fades away, and here, everything feels warmer, softer, safer. The gentle glow of light. The room is lit by a single oil lamp. Its flame flickers gently, not bright, not harsh, just enough to illuminate the space. Shadows move slowly across the walls, calm, unhurried. The mother finishes her work. The mother moves quietly, putting away simple clay bowls, wiping surfaces with a cloth. Her movements are slow, steady. There is no rush now. The day is ending. The last of the meal. A few pieces of bread remain, perhaps some olives. Nothing is wasted. Everything is saved. Food is simple, but valued. The father at rest. The father sits near the wall, leaning back, his body finally relaxed, the weight of the day slowly leaving him. He says little, because nothing needs to be said. The children grow sleepy. The children sit close together, their energy fading. One leans against the other, eyes half closed. Sleep is coming, gently, naturally. Warmth without excess. There is no large fire, only a small source of warmth, enough to keep the room comfortable, but never overwhelming. Everything in this home is balanced. Quiet evening tasks. The mother may repair clothing, using simple thread, each stitch careful, precise, almost rhythmic. A quiet form of work. The sound of the outside world. Through the small opening, you can hear the night. Soft wind, distant footsteps, the faint sound of water. Nothing loud, nothing disturbing. Preparing to rest. The family prepares for sleep. Simple bedding laid out on the floor. No luxury, but enough for rest. They gather close for warmth, for comfort. Soft final words. A few quiet words are exchanged, simple, gentle. Then silence returns. The lamp fades lower, its flame becoming smaller, softer. The room grows dim, shadows deepen. Sleep arrives. The children fall asleep first, their breathing slow, even. The mother lies beside them, then the father. The room becomes completely still. A moment of peace. There is nothing left to do, no tasks, no worries, just rest. Reflection. As you imagine this quiet home, notice the calm, the simplicity, the absence of noise, a life that moves slowly and rests deeply. Let your mind stay here, inside this warm Roman home, with soft light fading and the quiet of night surrounding you.
Part 4. Deep Night and Stillness. The city falls into silence. The night has deepened. Rome, once loud and powerful, is now completely still. The streets are empty. The voices are gone. Even the echoes have faded. Only silence remains. The sky above Rome. Above the city, the sky stretches endlessly. Dark, clear, filled with stars. They shine softly over rooftops, over temples, over quiet homes. Unchanging, eternal. The sleeping city. Every building now rests. The great structures of Rome stand silently in the night. No movement, no noise, just stone and shadow. The last light inside the home. Inside the small home, the oil lamp has nearly burned out. A faint glow remains, soft, barely visible. Soon, even this light will disappear. The family in deep sleep. The children are fully asleep, their breathing slow, gentle, steady. The mother rests beside them, peaceful, still. The father lies quietly nearby. The entire room is calm. The soft night air. A gentle breeze moves through the city, passing through narrow streets, touching the walls of homes, entering quietly, then moving on. It makes no sound, but you can feel it. Far away, a faint movement, perhaps an animal, perhaps a guard walking slowly. Then, nothing again. The silence returns. Time without awareness. There is no sense of time now, no hours, no minutes. Time has softened, slowed, almost disappeared. Only the present moment exists. A distant sound. Somewhere, water continues to flow. A fountain, a small stream, a constant, gentle sound, almost like breathing. The depth of sleep. Sleep in this world is deep, uninterrupted, natural. There are no sudden lights, no loud interruptions, only darkness, warmth, and stillness. Imagine living like this. No constant thoughts, no endless information, no pressure. Just quiet existence, just being. Final calm thought. As you rest here, Inside this ancient Roman home, notice the stillness, the softness, the gentle calm of a world at rest. Nothing is required, nothing is expected, only peace. Let yourself drift. The last light fades, the night deepens, the city sleeps, and everything becomes slower, softer, quieter. Let your breathing slow, let your thoughts fade, let your body relax completely. You are in ancient Rome, in a quiet home. The world is still, the night is peaceful, and there is nothing left to do but sleep. End of story.
Another one story. A Peaceful Night in Feudal Japan. Part 1. The Village Beneath the Moon. Hook and Beginning. Imagine a place where everything moves slowly, where the night is not filled with noise, but with silence. No engines, no lights, no distractions. Only the soft glow of lanterns and the sound of wind moving through bamboo. This is Japan, many centuries ago. A small village, hidden between mountains and forests. Tonight, you will step into that world. A quiet life, a peaceful rhythm, a night untouched by time. The village at dusk. The sun has just set. The sky is deep blue. A thin crescent moon hangs above the mountains. The village is small. Wooden houses with sliding paper doors, roofs curved gently, paths made of earth. Everything feels calm, balanced, still. Inside one home, a family prepares for the evening. The floor is covered with tatami mats, soft, clean, simple. There is very little furniture, only what is needed, nothing more. The lantern light. A paper lantern glows softly. Its warm light fills the room, not bright, not harsh, just gentle. The shadows it creates are smooth, almost peaceful. The mother's quiet work. The mother kneels on the floor, preparing rice, washing it carefully in a wooden bowl. Her movements are slow, precise. Every action has intention. There is no rush. The child watches. A small child sits nearby, quiet, observing, learning not through words, but through watching. The calm of the room affects everything. Even the child's breathing feels slower. The father returns. The sliding door opens softly. The father steps inside, removing his sandals, moving carefully, respectfully. He bows slightly, a simple greeting, no loud words, just presence. The evening meal. The family gathers. Rice, perhaps a small portion of fish, maybe vegetables. Everything simple, everything shared. They eat slowly, in silence, or with very soft conversation. The wind outside. Outside, the wind moves through bamboo, a soft, hollow sound, gentle, repeating, almost like nature itself is breathing. The night deepens. The sky grows darker. Stars begin to appear. The village becomes quieter, each home glowing softly from within, like small points of calm in the darkness. A different kind of life. This world is different, not fast, not loud, not overwhelming. Everything has space. Everything has silence. Reflection. As you imagine this moment,
Notice how peaceful it feels. The simplicity, the balance, the absence of noise. Let your mind stay here, in a quiet Japanese village, under the soft light of the moon, with nothing to rush toward.
Part 2. The Sounds of the Night. The village grows still. The last light of day has faded completely. The sky is now dark, but not empty. It is filled with stars, soft, distant, watching quietly over the village. The wind through bamboo. A gentle breeze begins to move. It passes through the tall bamboo groves and creates a soft, hollow sound, a natural rhythm, calm, repeating, almost like breathing. The song of insects. From the grass, a quiet chorus begins. Crickets, soft, steady, endless. Their sound fills the night, but never overwhelms it. It becomes part of the silence. Lanterns in the distance. A few lanterns still glow, outside homes, near doorways. Their light flickers gently, creating small islands of warmth in the darkness. A quiet path. Imagine walking along the village path, barefoot on cool earth, each step soft, no noise, no rush, only the feeling of ground beneath you and the night around you. A nearby stream. Somewhere close, a small stream flows, water moving over stones, a gentle, constant sound, calming, unchanging. The forest beyond the village. Beyond the village, the forest stands still. Tall trees, dark silhouettes against the sky, silent, watching, peaceful. Small movements. Occasionally, something moves, a small animal, a soft step, then stillness again. Nothing breaks the calm. The air feels different now, light, fresh. It touches your skin gently, carrying the scent of wood, earth, and leaves. Behind each door, families rest, some still awake, some already asleep. Each home quiet, each life simple. The fading light. Inside your home, the lantern burns lower, its light softer now. The room becomes dim, shadows deepen. Time slows. There is no awareness of time, no urgency, no schedule. The night simply exists, and you exist within it. A gentle stillness. Everything feels balanced. Nothing is rushed, nothing is forced, just quiet presence. Reflection. As you imagine this village, notice the calm, the gentle sounds, the peaceful rhythm of the night. Let your mind rest here with the sound of wind in bamboo, the soft song of crickets, and the stillness of a quiet world. Part 3. Inside the home. Returning to the quiet room. You slide the door closed softly and step back inside. The outside world fades away. The wind, the insects, the distant sounds all become softer. Inside, there is only warmth. The gentle lantern glow. A single paper lantern lights the room. Its glow is soft, golden. It does not fill every corner. Some parts of the room remain in shadow. Calm shadows, still shadows. The mother's final tasks. The mother kneels quietly, putting away small bowls, cleaning gently. Each movement slow, careful,
intentional. There is no rush. The day is ending. The last warmth of food. A little warmth remains from the evening meal. The scent of rice lingers, soft, comforting, familiar. Nothing is wasted. Everything is valued. The father at rest. The father sits quietly, his posture relaxed, his breathing steady. The work of the day has passed. There is nothing left to do, only rest. The child leans gently against the mother, eyes heavy, slow blinking. Sleep is close now, natural, effortless. Small, quiet work. The mother may stitch cloth, a small repair. Thread moving slowly through fabric, in, out, in, out. A soft rhythm, almost like breathing. The outside world fades away. Through the thin paper wall, you still sense the night, but it is distant now, muted, soft. The home feels like its own world. Preparing to sleep. The bedding is laid out, soft futon placed carefully, blankets arranged, simple, clean, enough for comfort. A few gentle words are spoken, soft voices, calm tones, then silence returns. The lantern grows lower, the light fades, the room becomes darker, more peaceful, more still. Sleep arrives gently. The child falls asleep first, breathing slow, steady. Then the mother lies beside them, then the father. The room becomes silent. A moment of stillness. Nothing moves, nothing sounds. Only calm, only quiet, only rest. Reflection. As you imagine this peaceful home, notice how gentle everything feels. The slow movements, the soft light, the deep quiet. Let your mind stay here, in this warm wooden room with fading lantern light and the calm of night surrounding you.
Part 4. Deep Night and Stillness. The night is now complete. The village is silent. No movement, no voices, no activity. Only stillness spread across the land. Above the village, the sky stretches endlessly. Dark, clear, filled with quiet stars. The crescent moon hangs softly, casting a faint silver light. Everything below rests beneath it. Every home is still. Lanterns have dimmed. Doors are closed. Inside each house, families sleep peacefully. The village feels like a single, quiet breath. The last light fades. Inside your home, the lantern has nearly gone out. Only a faint glow remains, soft, barely visible. Soon, even that will disappear. Deep rest. The family sleeps. The child's breathing is slow, gentle, even. The mother rests beside them, still, peaceful. The father lies quietly nearby. The entire room is calm. Wind moves through bamboo. Outside, a light breeze continues, moving through bamboo. Soft, endless, a gentle, natural sound, like the world itself is resting. Fading sounds of insects. The insects still sing, but more quietly now, slower, softer. Their rhythm becomes part of the silence. Time becomes still. There is no sense of time, no hours, no minutes, only the present moment, stretching gently into stillness. The forest watches. Beyond the village, the forest stands calm, trees unmoving, dark shapes against the sky, peaceful, silent, unchanging. Depth of sleep. Sleep here is deep, natural, unbroken. No sudden light, no noise, only darkness, warmth, and quiet. Imagine this life. No constant thoughts, no pressure, no endless distractions, just calm existence, just being. As you rest in this moment, notice the stillness, the softness, the peaceful rhythm of a world at rest. Nothing is needed, nothing is expected, only sleep. Let yourself drift. The last light fades, the night deepens, the village rests, and everything becomes softer, slower, quieter. Let your breathing slow now. Let your thoughts gently fade. Let your body relax completely. You are in a quiet Japanese village. The world is still. The night is peaceful, and there is nothing left to do but sleep. End of story.